Okay, question 16, rate of change. The height of the water in the inverted cone here equals to the 20 centimeter, radius equals to the 10 centimeter. Okay, first here, given the rate of 10 centimeter cube per second. Okay, and find the rate of increase of the radius of the water when depth here equals to the 4 centimeter. Yeah. Okay, question here, rate of increase of the radius. Okay, rate of increase of the radius. So this question using the in terms of the radius. Yeah. Okay, rate of change of volume here equals to the 10 centimeter cube per second. So centimeter cube, this one the volumes of the inverted cone, and per second here in terms of the times. Yeah. So here 10 centimeter cube per second dV over dt. Yeah. Okay, and the question, find the rate of increase of the radius. So rate of increase of the radius. So method here, you write down the hash in terms of the radius. Okay, first step, write down the parametric equation. You find the dV over dt. Okay, and method here in terms of the radius. Okay, in terms of radius, dV over dr times dr over dt. You check the terms here, dV over dr in terms of radius, and dr over dt here in terms of the radius. Okay. Okay, step 1. Okay, step 2, you draw the inverted cone. The height here equals to the 20 centimeter. The radius of the inverted cone here equals to the 10 centimeter. Okay. Okay, and first you compare the heights of the inverted cone and the radius of inverted cone. You compare with the heights and the radius of the water. Yeah. Okay, first the heights of the inverted cone. First here, you draw the left hand side here, the hash, and you compare with the 20 centimeter, this one. Okay, and second, the radius equals to, you compare with the 10 centimeter. Okay, and the method here, write down the hash in terms of the radius. So you cross multiply radius times 20 centimeter. So here equals to the hash times 10 centimeter. So the left hand side here, 10 hash equals to the 20 times the radius here. And in terms of the radius, so here divided by 10 hash, and here equals 2 times radius here. So the hash here equals 2 times radius in terms of the radius. Okay. Okay, here is step 2. You write down the hash here in terms of the radius. And step 3. Okay, step 3, write down the cone in terms of the radius. This one, step 3. Okay, the volume of cone here equals to the 1 over 3 pi r square times hash. Okay, and given the heights of the cone hash here in terms of the radius, hash equals 2 times radius. Okay, so hash equals 2 times radius. You substitute this value into the volumes of the inverted cone. 1 over 3 times 1 over 3 pi r square times hash, and here equals to the 1 over 3 pi r square times 2r, and the volumes here equals to the 2 over 3 pi r cube. Yeah, this volume in terms of the radius. Okay, settle step 3. Write down the volume of cone in terms of the radius. And here you find the dV over dr. Volume here equals 2 over 3 pi I cube. And dV over dr here equals 2 pi times r square. Yeah, this one step 4. Okay, and step 5. Okay, step 5, given the parametric equation, dV over dt equals to the dV over dr times dr over dt, yeah? And dV over dt here equals to the 10 centimeter cube per second. dV over dr equals 2 pi r square, okay? And here you find the rate of increase of the radius, yeah? Okay, and the radius of cone, hash here equals 2 times radius, and given the height here equals 4 centimeter, yeah? Okay, and you find the radius. 4 here equals 2 radius, and the radius here equals 2 centimeter. Yeah, and dB over dt 10 centimeter cube per second. You substitute the radius equals 2 centimeter into the 2 pi r square. 2 pi times 4 and times dr over dt. So the rate of increase of the radius here equals to the 4 over 4 pi centimeter per second. Yeah. And the sign of the sign here positive. Yeah. Rate of increase. So you put the positive sign. Okay. Okay, so method, first here you find, you write down the parametric equation, dV over dt here equals to the dV over dr times dr over dt, yeah? So here in terms of the radius, and step 2, write down the hash here in terms of the radius, so hash equals to the hash equals to 2 times radius, and the volumes of the embedded cone, volume equals to the 1 over 3 pi r square times hash, and you substitute hash equals to the 2r here into the volume of the embedded cone, okay, and write down the volumes in terms of the radius. Okay, and step 4, find the dV over dr. Volumes here equals 2 over 3 pi r cube. And dV over dr here equals 2 pi r square, yeah? Okay, and last, find the rate of increase of the radius, dr over dt. So this one, dr over dt. Okay, exercise session 5. Okay, first here you check the height and the radius of the inverted cone. So the height here equals to the 18 meter, and the radius here equals to the 18 meter, and the height here equals to the 30 meter, yeah? Okay, and the rates here 0.2 meter cube per second, meter cube per minute, and question, you check the question. So question here, rate of decrease of the height. Yeah. Okay, rate of decrease of the height. So this one method. So you write down the method here in terms of the height, and here rate of the decrease, and the sign of the rate of decrease here equals to the negative. Yeah, you check the sign. Okay, step by step. First step. Okay, so first here method, you write down the parametric equation in terms of the height. Yeah, so the dv over dt here equals to the dv over d hash times d hash over dt. You check the terms, over d hash times d hash over dt. So this parametric equation in terms of the height. Yeah. And method, you write down the radius here in terms of the height. So you compare the height and the radius of inverted cone. You compare with the height and the radius of the water. So the radius here equals to the 3 over 5 times hash. And step 2, step 3, write down the volume here in terms of the height. Volume of the inverted cone 1 over 3 pi r square times hash. And you substitute this radius 3 over 5 times hash into the volume of the inverted cone here. And write down the volume here in terms of height, 3 over 25 pi hash cube. And step 4, find the dv over the hash and answer you here in terms of height. And step 5 here, you find the d hash over dt. Yeah, rate of increase, rate of decrease of the height, and the sign of the d hash over dt here, you put the negative. Okay, first here, you write down the final answer, rate of decrease of the height. Okay, so question here, find the rate of decrease of the height. Yeah, so decrease, first method, you write down the final answer here, d hash over dt equals to the negative 1 over 100 pi meter per minute. So this one, you put the negative sign. Okay. Or second method, you can write down the final answer here. You tulis, you write down here, rate of the decrease equals to the 1 over 180 pi per minute. Yeah, maksud dia, kalau you tulis pendek macam number 1, you letakkan negative sign. Kalau you tulis panjang macam ini, rate of decrease, you tak perlu letakkan sign negative. Okay, mudah sahaja. You. Okay, and the method, okay, so method here, first method, you write down the hash here in terms of the radius. Okay, so hash here in terms of the radius, dv over dt equals to the dv over dr times dr over dt. Okay, this one you all check. Okay, first method. And second method here, write down the radius here in terms of the height. So the dv over dt equals to the dv over d hash times d hash over dt. Okay, so method, you all gunakan method yang betul. Ya, pastikan method ini gunakan method yang betul. Ya, question 15, you find the rate of increase of the radius. So method here, you write down the hash here in terms of the radius. And then question exercise, find the rate of decrease of the height. So you write down the radius here in terms of the height. Ya, pastikan method itu pakai method yang betul. Okay.